Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike Oski's Kitchen. My name is Michael Olszewski and I'm the chef of this kitchen. And I hope you're tuning in, you're trying to be, or you are the chef of your kitchen. Hey, we've been making some great foods and some wonderful ethnic foods, and you know, let's just go ahead and keep moving forward. Mike Oski's Kitchen is staying open. We're going to continue to come to you every week with a new recipe and a new menu and a fantastic dishes. So check it out. Today, I figured, hey, let's make some fish. I'm a big believer in salmon. I love salmon. I think it's one of the best fishes to eat as far as omegas and stuff like that going into your body. So I'm going to show you how to make salmon that doesn't so much taste like salmon, if you follow me. My family's not a big fish eating family. Some of the fish sometimes is too strong for them and things like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to make a Mediterranean type salmon that still has some salmon taste, but has a bunch of extra other flavors that are mixing very well, and it's fantastic to eat. Very simple to make, very simple ingredients. Stay hydrated. We're going to use some olive oil. We're going to use some, of course, balsamic vinegar. We're going to use garlic, cilantro, basil, and garlic salt. And that's it. This is what we're going to use on our salmon. If you see over here, I have fillets of salmon, maybe 4 or 5 fillets. You can make it for your family. We have 4 in our family, including me. So 4 to 5 fillets will be fantastic. We can eat little pieces at a time or eat the whole fillet. But what I'm going to show you next is how to make this up. This is so absolutely simple. You can't mess this one up. You just can't. But I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to throw a bonus in here today. I'm not just going to make the salmon dish. I'm going to make a meal. I'm going to show you how easy it is to put a good, healthy meal down for your family. Even in times like this, folks, when you're sitting at home, nothing a whole lot to do, get in the kitchen. Put something together like this. That's fantastic. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to pair this up with other types of foods to make it a good, rounded, healthy meal that everybody's going to love. Again, it's very Mediterranean flair, so with the olive oils and the balsamics, but I'll tell you what, this is going to be a simple one for you. So hang real tight. I'll be right back. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the salmon to get it ready. Be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. I am here. Let's make this wonderful salmon dish, this Mediterranean flavored salmon dish. Again, we're going to use some olive oil first. So what we want to do is we're going to put a half a cup of olive oil. We're going to mix this up really quick. There's a half a cup. Okay? And then we take balsamic vinegar. We're going to use a quarter cup of that. Very good. So half a cup of olive oil, quarter cup of balsamic vinegar. We're going to go ahead and just mix it up really good. Now the oil and vinegar, believe it or not, do separate. Remember, oil and vinegar don't mix, but if you mix it fast enough, it will. So we want to get it going. We're going to have to spin it again before we put it on the fish. But until then, let me spin this up a little bit more. We're going to take some garlic. Now with the garlic we want to take, I don't know, I like to scoop a little bit of garlic out and place it on. We're going to rub garlic on this. So you're going to take a little bit of maybe half of a teaspoon of garlic, and we're going to go ahead and put that on the fish itself. Okay, and what we're going to do, let me see, I'm going to go ahead and use this spoon. We're going to spread that garlic and just push it into the fish a little bit. The salmon is a little pliable, so you can get the garlic to sit inside the skin of the fish. So we're just going to push it in, okay? Very good. Now we got the garlic on there. What do we want to do next? We want to season with some cilantro. As far as the cilantro is concerned, we want to use about a tablespoon. Well, let's go half of a tablespoon because we're going to flip it over. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're just going to season the fish with the cilantro. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and use we're going to take some basil. We're going to add some basil to this too. We're going to use a tablespoon of basil. But again, we're going to go half of a tablespoon. That's the total. So two teaspoons of basil. You just want to take that and you just want to spread that over the fish again. Okay. Now, next thing you want to do, you want to take some garlic salt. Fantastic. Same thing, garlic salt, 1.5 teaspoons. I'll just go ahead and put a teaspoon in there right now. Just over the, you're not trying to kill this thing with spices. You just want to have a nice even spread. All right. You remember that spoon we were using for the garlic? Same thing. Go ahead and press it into the fish so all those flavors sit inside the fish, just right below the skin of the fish. Now, another spoon. You remember our olive oil and our balsamic vinegar? We're just going to use half of this because we're going to flip these babies over and do the other half. So we want to go ahead and just drizzle it over. Okay, that's about half. See, there's about half left of what I used. Take that spoon again and spread it over the fish. It's looking really good. Now, once you did the one side of the fish, you want to do the other. I have a tiny little spatula that I like to use. I don't want to get my hands all dirty in here. I just have to flip it over, flip all those fillets over. There we go. Now we're going to do the same thing again. I'm going to add the same thing again. I'm going to add the cilantro, about a half tablespoon. Okay. We're going to do the garlic salt. Remember, about a teaspoon. Don't worry, all these amounts, ingredients, and stuff are going to be on the recipe that's going to be attached at the bottom of this description. Okay, basil. About a tablespoon. Basil, 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 basil. Gotta love basil on your fish. Man, that's awesome. And then finally, there's really no order. I don't think there's an order. We're going to add the garlic onto each fish. Again, about a half of a teaspoon, or I'm sorry, half of a tablespoon maybe. And we want to go ahead and spread all this stuff in. Okay, just push it down. The back of your spoon. Don't cut through the fish. Just gently rub everything in so it's all kind of combined into one coating. There we go. Now, take the rest of our balsamic vinegar and olive oil and we'll finish it off. There we go. Now there's a lot in here, but there's something that's going to happen as this cooks and something we're going to do with it. So that's what it looks like. Okay? So we're going to let this sit and we're going to let it marinate for about 10 or 15 minutes. But while this is marinating, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to pair this up and make it a meal. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So while we're letting our fish marinate, like I said, 10-15 minutes, you want those wonderful juices and flavors to kind of soak into the fish. I'm going to show you really quick as a bonus feature. Really quick. As far as how to cook this thing, we're going to put the fish in the oven with the broiler on, about 6 inches away from the broiler, okay? We're going to cook it for 15 minutes total. And then after 7 minutes, we flip it and then go another 8. So you're going to get 15 minutes total on the fish. What I'm going to show you now is going to be another thing. This is something that you can pair with this. So we're making a dinner, an actual meal today. I've taken some cauliflower. Cauliflower is a fantastic food to go along with this. And what I'm going to do, I chopped up the cauliflower already. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in a bag. Just so you know, if you're watching, you've been a hand washing police. I've done wash my hands a few times already. So it will be something that you'll want to keep doing, especially with working with different foods. So what I've done with the cauliflower, I put it in a baggie, okay? This is a great way, an easy way to mix up and season cauliflower. Take a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt. I use sea salt for this, and then a little bit of pepper. Just go to your own taste. You can add more pepper or less pepper. I've seen people put pepper flakes. I mean, whatever you want. So go ahead and close up the bag. You want to close up the bag. If not, this stuff's going to fly around like popcorn coming out the top. And just move it around like this. What you're doing, you're coating each of the cauliflower flowerets. You're getting salt on it. You're getting pepper on them. And that's it. Cauliflower is ready to go. We want to take it, we want to put it on a pan. I like to keep it on a pan with aluminum foil because it cooks well on that way. Just spread it out on the dish or on the pan. And we're gonna go ahead and bake this for 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. And then we'll bring it out. Remember, there's something special that's gonna happen with the juice that's left in the fish. That's after we're done cooking it. And one more thing we're gonna add to this. We like to use quinoa. It's the Mediterranean quinoa. Guess what? This goes into the microwave. You don't have to do anything with it. You put it in the microwave for a few minutes, it's done, okay? You can buy it at your grocery stores. You can use a wild grain rice. You can use any kind of carb you want. This is a good one, it's very healthy, but it's totally up to you. But just try to fill out that dish when you're trying to make a full meal, okay? So we're gonna have fish, we're gonna have cauliflower, and we're gonna have quinoa. And I'll see you back here just in a few minutes. After this fish goes in, after everything's heated up, we'll bring it out and we'll show you how the things turned out. I'll see you back here in a little while. Hey folks, we are back, and guess what? We are done. We're back and we're done. Actually, I was looking at the clock. This thing probably took me about a half hour to put together. That's it, a half hour. And that includes cooking. So 10 minutes, 15 minutes prep, and then 20 minutes of cooking, and you can provide yourself and your family with an amazing, healthy, and tasty meal. So let me show you, well, first of all, let me tell you this. Again, let me review. The fish went in for 15 minutes total, okay? On a broiler, about 6 inches from the heat element. 7 minutes one side, 8 minutes the other side. You gotta flip it halfway through. The quinoa that we used, it was in a bag. 6 minutes in a microwave, that's all it took. The cauliflower, the baked cauliflower or the roasted cauliflower, 20 minutes at 400. That's it. So let me show you. Let's plate this thing. Oh, I want to have a beer. Oh. Let's plate this thing. So first of all, we want to take the fish. I want to take a nice one of the fishes. You can see how nice it looks. We're going to put it right there. Okay? And then we're going to take a little bit of the quinoa and put it right here. Again, quinoa is fantastic. And then finally, we're going to go ahead and finish off with a great vegetable, roasted cauliflower. Now remember I told you, look how nice that looks. Remember when I told you that we're going to use what was left over in the fish as a juice? So what I like to do with the cauliflower is take some of that juice that we've had, the olive oil and the balsamic vinegar and all those spices, and just drizzle it over your olive oil. If your kids don't like vegetables like this, you put this over top, they're going to go ahead and eat it. And that's it. We have our salmon, we have our quinoa, and of course our roasted cauliflower. That is a meal that you can serve and take up about a whole half hour of your time. Thanks much, and I'm going to see you back over at the workstation, and I'm going to try this. So I'll see you over there. This I cannot wait for. Got my fork ready to go. So I have my cauliflower, I have my quinoa, and I have my fish. Best way to know if the fish is right is it breaks apart with a fork, and look at that. Oh, man. Wait till you try this. I mean, it has a taste of salmon, but it has all those other flavors going through it. I'm telling you what, people don't like fish, they're gonna like this. And of course the cauliflower, with the stuff that was left in the fish dish, fantastic. And of course the quinoa is fantastic too. Make this, gosh, that's good. Let me get some more of that fish real quick. That salmon's fantastic. Oh, man, that's good. Make this, make this, make this. This is fantastic. It's simple, it's easy. It brings a great dish to your family. Very healthy with vegetables and with good carbohydrates and a great protein with the salmon. Look, cooking is not hard. We've been talking about this for a long time. It's easy if you take the time, give it a shot. You can do it. It's not hard. Follow my lead. I'm here to help you. If you have any problems, you can always scrap it. Like I said, Domino's is not that far away. They're still delivering. But this is fantastic, and you can do this. I know you can. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, like this video, send me some comments, tell me how it turns out for you. But make sure that you hit that subscribe button because we are still open and will be open throughout. So don't miss any videos. You subscribe, they'll pop right up for you. And thanks for tuning in. See you next time. God bless you. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. And na zdrowie.